Hello, love. Let's see what we have coming out on the energy of the cards today. Let's get started with the Dragon Oracle and see what messages are most valuable for us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love Source God for allowing me to channel these timeless message for my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity for their highest, lightest, and brightest good, for their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness. We have the aquamarine dragon from Neptune. Enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. Okay. Spiritual development, time to dive deep. Well, and since they're talking about emotions, where are you at, my lovely prism oracle? Since they're talking about emotions, let's dive into the prism oracle and see what emotion is at the surface of this energy for us to understand. Thank you. Overstand. Okay. And dive into. Let's see. What is the emotion that's coming up at this time? Okay. We have trust. Whoa. And it came out with the ghost. Interesting. And I just see trust spirit. I see trust spirit with that. Interesting. That's just reminding me of the channel message that came through yesterday about the third eye pimple. Can you really trust your higher self? Can you really trust your intuition? Can you, and where is it that you don't believe you can trust the inner voice? Where is it that you don't believe that you can trust the intuition? Because it came out in the reading or in the channel message yesterday that there's been some times when you trusted that intuition and it took you down the most difficult path possible. So this is about accessing deeper soul wisdom through where you are trusting your soul, your psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities. So I just see connections are being made. Okay. Connections are being made at this time to help you get some clarity surrounding the intuitive voice. Okay. Let's see. We'll pull something from the Caroline Myers archetype cards and see what archetype we're being asked to embody at this time. All right. Let's put some shuffle on that. As the exorcist falls face out before, so somebody, this is definitely going to be for some of you about removing lower vibrational entities, ideas, and beliefs. Somebody you got some entities attached in your energy that you want to remove. We have the mentor card coming out though for the main message as what needs to be embraced. So are you dealing with a person who you're being asked to mentor? The shadow attribute says inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. The light attribute says passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Are you the teacher here who is helping a student to realize where they can trust their intuition and where they've been giving some power, some I'm hearing the word praise over to lower vibrational entities. Some people do it and they don't realize what they're doing. They're actually showing me a person that I had interactions with before who was constantly giving donations and uh, honoring by physical sacrifice of things to a statue, a statue of the Santa Muerte. Now, a lot of people do this practice. A lot of people do this practice. Uh, and what they're saying is, but where you find yourself giving honor and veneration to uh, something as being more powerful than the self, right? You empower it. You empower that entity, and even if there wasn't an entity there, you literally can create an entity. Okay. So in this, it's like either you could be in that phase where you're realizing, yeah, some of you are in the phase where you're realizing, like, oh man, I didn't need to be doing this all these years. Uh, some of you are in the phase where you're interacting with somebody who is doing something like this, giving their own power, giving one's own power over to an object for veneration, because there's a belief that that object or the entity attached to the object is more powerful than the self. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Let's look. I'm getting to pull the Heart's Hidden Secrets Oracle out and see where is this lack of power belief coming from. Why does this one believe that they need to invoke the energy of this lower vibrational entity? Yeah, and they're showing me the difference in these two cards with the Ghost and the Trust, because the Trust, the heart is at the center and everything radiates from that. The Ghost card is just empty, putting the power outside of self, trusting an entity, a ghost, a spirit to be the power for you. You got to be careful with this, even with your angels, ancestors, and guides, I hear. Because if you start giving over too much power to others, and then you stop to realize that you stop realizing that actually all these things that when you say, hey, call on my angels, my ancestors and guides to do this, that, and the other, you're still the source of power in that, because you're the one that evokes it by your calling. So there's something interesting in it. I'm hearing it's a very thin line, like the thin line between love and hate. It's a very thin line. So let's see what's at the root of giving the power away here that needs to be addressed at this time. Thank you. Okay, this one wants to come out. Established family security, the foundation. Okay. Yeah, this is something that came up from family beliefs, family patterns. This was not something that you just got at the beginning uh, and you created it. This is something that was handed down. So this is like y'all have the, oh, how cute. You have the family ofrenda, and there's so much power given to the entities and the beliefs surrounding that. That one is foregoing their own abilities in the situation, their own power in the situation. We're not saying that your ancestors, what we are saying is, yes, we know your angels, ancestors, and guides do have power. They are amazingly uh, overflowing with abilities, and they can definitely assist. But what we're saying here is, even though all that, you want to maintain as well the fact that you have power in your own life, because somebody is going so deep into the power being outside that it's becoming just that. It's not leaving space in your consciousness for your own power. I hope I'm sure that this is going to make sense to those who it makes sense to. We're going to work with the gold and azure oracle cards today. So we'll start with the gold oracle and see how it's going to add to our message. Let's get some shuffles. All right. So the gold and azure oracle cards I already saw. We're going to look more at the conscious and subconscious of the self to help us peel back whatever layers, filters, veils, or programs are here so that we can find ourselves in a more powered state. And again, for some of you, you are the mentor in this. And so this is some of what's going on with this person that's crossing your path at this time. And this for you could just be a lot of confirmation. All the readings on this channel, some will watch them, including this one, right? Because they're timeless. Some will watch them and feel like it's everything from your life. Others will watch them and say, well, that's an interesting story. It's not mine. But the principles, the laws of the universe as they're discussed, the way the energy works, the mind mechanics that are shared will just be either confirming or exactly what you needed to know for whatever situation you are going through. And so you'll all experience different degrees of relativity to this message, as well as a different placement within the fulfillment of these experiences as I discuss them. I usually tend to speak of most things as done, 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 because when spirit shows to me, it's done. And so my consciousness translated is done. Some of you are not done, though. You're in the beginning, the middle, 75%, 25%, 35% of it. I don't know. But the messages are clear and they are here. So, yeah, there's something here. Somebody's established such a codependency with this ghost. Yeah, it's like they've taken this ghost energy, this entity has taken over your life. For some, this is the veneration of some entity as having power in your life, and so much power has been devoted to it that you've actually unwittingly been disempowering yourself. And so now we have this guidance here to access your own deepest soul wisdom. Yeah. To realize that the spirituality and wisdom are available to you to develop your own psychic abilities and receive the soul knowledge that you have. Yeah. Communication in the past. Connect with your angels and guides to get valuable messages. So yes, you have consciously chosen to connect with your angels and guides to get valuable messages. This has been done. Okay. And this was a good thing. We're not, this is a very good thing. But at the same time here, boundaries, look at this, boundaries. You got to understand what kind of energies you're communicating with. And we, yes, we use our intuition. Yes, we communicate with the higher self and all of this spirit realm. At the end of the day, we still have responsibility for the choices and actions that we take. Is this that you have been receiving this communication for your soul guides to set boundaries from your angels, to set boundaries with the specific one, and maybe you haven't done it? Set clear boundaries with people when their behavior is unacceptable. Somebody here, you have connected to, you connected to a jokester entity, one who is a prankster. Somebody has gave so much veneration to this entity that when you stop, for example, let's say every day you go, you put a piece of food or you put down some money in front of your statue, in front of your idol. And the day that you don't do it, your entity that you've given so much power in your life to does little things and you feel it. You're like, I forgot to put food up there. And so now they tripped me and now I fell and scratched my hand. Or, somebody is having that experience. Because when you create an entity that requires your sacrifice, your donation, your veneration, wow, then the moment you stop, it's like from your own belief, they withdraw their protection, their guidance, their love and affection, whatever it is. And that's by your belief. It's not by my belief. I'm not saying this because I want it to happen this way, or I'm not putting this on you. This is your own belief. You believe you have to do this every day. If you don't do this, then there's consequences and repercussions for you to pay. And then they say, so can you see yet how you're giving your power away? Wow. All right. All right. We're going to take this one. We're going to leave it face down. What is it that you've been offering? And how did you find out that by taking a pause or missing a day or something like that had negative consequences and repercussions? Somebody here, this has been your experience. They're not showing me a lot of details. They're showing me the umbrella energy, because the different ones that have done this, you've had your different ways of doing it. Now, is somebody else here who has been communicating with their angels, ancestors, and guides? Once again, you can pick which of these, right? Be a loved one on spirit. You've been communicating with them. They've been showing you need to have some boundaries here. You trust this guide, but because there's a family establishment here, you trust your angels, you trust your higher self, but because this is family, you have a difficult time listening when it says in your physical reality, you need to have boundaries right there, because if you don't, something's going to blow up. I'm hearing something's going to blow up. So something dangerous could happen if you don't, with the aging well card showing as I'm trying to shuffle and it falls out. Something could be saying, listen, your angel is saying to you, listen, it could be dangerous if you don't establish some boundaries here in this connection. And you hear it, but because you've always done things this way, or because they've always been your family, or because they've always been there, or because, they left you. You wouldn't want to leave somebody like you were left when you were a kid. Whatever this is, you've been having some difficulties establishing the boundaries that you've been guided to. So let's see from the subconscious part of the mind what's going on in these energies. With communication here, we had, it's okay to feel confused. Your angels want you to embrace your differences. Card number 22. Interesting, because in the past position, we had card number 33 with communication. And when we're talking about communicating with your angels, okay, you were communicating with your angels because you were confused. That period of confusion got you to get in contact with your angels to ask for help, for clarity, for guidance. And what did they guide you? Establish these boundaries. There's a situation that could become very dangerous for you if you do not. Now, somebody else, you are confused. The other one who is venerating some sort of idol, worshiping, I don't know, is it Santa Maria? Is it Oshun? I don't know. You got a little statuette. And I see you putting fruits. I see you putting plates. I see you putting money. Whatever you're putting, you put it to venerate and honor the entity. And by putting it to venerate and honor the entity, there's something here where you have actually been giving your power away to that entity. And now you're realizing, like, when you don't do it, there's consequences and repercussions. Now your god, your goddess, your whatever that is, that little statuette that you've been feeding, it feels offended and it gets angry at you, and then bad stuff happens to you. Yeah. And so let's look at the subconscious in that. Being single, card number 12. And that's perfect, because you know what? Hey, this is interesting, because this isn't about single as in dating single. This is like, listen, you got to learn how to count on yourself instead of venerating this statue. Subconsciously, you know it. Being single, there's, with the boundaries in the conscious mind and the being single and the subconscious, this is telling me, for you who is using a statue or some sort of idolatry to venerate and protect you and bring you prosperity and wealth and love and all this stuff, your own subconscious, your own higher self, your own future self is saying, listen, you need to do this on your own. You need to stop giving your power over to that entity. That entity that get mad when you don't remember, or you don't have time, or you're too tired, or you don't have no fucking food or money to put up there on that altar. Somebody here, you've created a beast for yourself, that when you don't put some sort of donation, some sort of veneration, some sort of offering up there, some sort of tribute, then what happens is it lashes against you. And so inside of you, you started doing this because you were confused. You felt like you needed something, but you reached for something outside of yourself, when it's inside of yourself what you were truly looking for. And that's what that's what your mind is trying to tell you. That's what your heart is trying, that's what your higher self is trying to tell you. The subconscious situation is going on here is that uh you feel very alone, and so you're reaching for anything. hmm you're reaching for anything, but what you're not reaching for is the higher self, the future self, the true self, the sovereign self. Okay. All right, they said put one more card down over here. Now, I did see a situation coming up here with the in regards to dating. I saw something in the cards a minute ago. So give me a second. I'm going to tune back into that. So you got, in regards to a romantic situation, I see that you got first off, you're in a relationship. You're in a relationship in which you are more spiritually advanced, knowing, experienced than the person who you are dating, or that you want to be dating, or that you're married to, or the one that's on your mind, however that plays out for you. And the thing of it is, this person is in your life to learn a lot of stuff. And so with this person, it's necessary for you to, it's coming up that it's time to address the foundational beliefs that this person has acquired from their family background. Because what's happening is, I just see like you got confused because this person says something to you. Now this person is acting funny, and there's this fear that you could be ending up on your own again, not being able to continue to indulge in this relationship. That is a fear for you. So let's see what else we have coming out here. What's unfolding? New opportunities is unfolding in this energy. What else do we have in the subconscious? Aging well came out, and that's cool because that card showed itself to us earlier, and I did mention it, and I'm so glad I did because it came back out, meant to come out in this reading. Some new exciting opportunities are coming up for you. Aging is not a disease. We should be able to grow old and be healthy. So all this, somebody's fears right now is about being alone when they're old. And as it pertains to the one who is venerating sacred objects and giving them empowerment, you're learning now that you don't have to be in so much fear, that you have more power than that. And I see you embracing that. I see you connecting more to all the nature that's around you. And I see you getting more power with the aging well card. I see you becoming more empowered as you realize, like, I gave that object all the power that it has. I gave it the power that it has. You're realizing that it only gets mad because you don't give it its daily donation, because that was the way you set it up. And that in fact you didn't need any of that. That if you can realize that, why do I need this object to protect me? If I can realize that, I can offer myself the protection that I need. I am blessed, safe, and protected no matter where I stand in my skin. I don't need it to attract to me the kind of love that I deserve. I am the attractor of it. How about if I stop being so afraid of my life, and so afraid that I'm so disempowered and incapable and unable, and then things will change in that. Now, there's somebody here. You also got guidance from your angels, okay, to put boundaries in a connection. And there could be some fear about being alone, because I felt that that was a strong family bond. But what you'll find is you're going to find companionship all around you, and you're protecting your future. You're protecting your old age, because I hear if you continue to allow this specific family connection to, I hear the word infiltrate its way into your life. It's like with every little stress, with every betrayal, with every heartbreak that this person intentionally throws your way, because I'm hearing they're intentionally doing it, which is why your angel said establish boundaries there. You were confused as to why they treat you the way they do. And it's because you're not like them. They are there to be a karmic lesson for you so that you can recognize your value and take moves for yourself instead of constantly putting the needs of the other in front of your own well-being. And I see that you're going to be able to do that, and I see that you're going to do well as a result for it. Your future will be protected, and you're going to see new opportunities, new connections. You'll have room in your life for new connections, more meaningful connections, more authentic connections with others who are of a like energy towards yours. It doesn't mean that everybody you meet in life is going to be just like you. Some people are still going to be there to, because the brighter your light gets, the stronger the shadow that you cast is the thing. You do cast a stronger shadow with the brighter light that you hold. And so that's something here that needs to be acknowledged, recognized, and understood. But when somebody's behavior is completely unacceptable, you don't have to sit there and tolerate it. You owe no one your suffering. And that's the part that's getting confused. When they're throwing shadow energy your way and they're projecting these things towards you, uh, it's usually they no they're saying it's not usually, it's always because there's something that they're projecting towards you that their own conscious frontal lobe brain needs to hear so that they could get their own shit clear. Mm. Because what they're showing me is the way you've taken this before is you try to fix yourself to make them happy. You try to adjust your behavior and your actions to make them more comfortable, to be more hospitable to them, but that's not what is needed. As a matter of fact, the uncomfortability that they're feeling is so that they can make the adjustments in their own self so that they can get their own shit together. Because you can't get their shit together. Just like you don't follow them in the bathroom when they're going to go poop and wipe their butt for them, you can't get their shit together. So, can you trust the guidance of your angels in your case, right? They're saying, listen, you'll be better off if you establish some clear boundaries here. Yeah, they'll be upset about it, but you'll be better on your own and you'll have new opportunities and it will go well for you moving forward. Because could you imagine? I mean, I'm hearing you're so young now, but if you take this energy forward with you, one of these days you're not going to be so young. And so that's going to take a greater and greater toll on your own health. All that uh, misplaced shame and guilt that you're accepting through projection will weigh heavily on your own energy. But you have the guidance to establish some clear boundaries here. And so choosing to honor the guidance that you've received about doing that will bode well for you in your future. It's going to go very well for you in your future if you can find it in yourself, find the courage and the strength to do so. I hear, but it's hard because you don't know what comes down that road. I hear, but it's hard because you don't know how to be without this person or these people. I heard, but you will learn. You will learn. And you will learn that it's so much easier than you thought. But it's the first moves of doing something different that is taking you into your uncomfortable zone, which is where all your dreams and wish fulfillment lies. And so that's where you want to be. You want to be doing the thing that is different when your soul is guiding you to do something different and it's difficult. The rewards there are phenomenal. They're huge. And they are very welcome when they come in. And so I hear even in this, you'll be mentoring the one that you love, who you must establish these boundaries with, because that person also has a lack of boundaries in ways that matter. Oh, they've got great boundaries in ways that are debilitating towards them. For example, they got a huge cage and fence around their own heart. That doesn't allow them to connect truly emotionally with other people. But what's going to happen is, as their heart breaks because you have established some boundaries here, that's going to open up their heart for growth. It's not going to feel good for them. But here's the thing, you want to attract more positive and loving and kind energies towards you. And as long as you're holding on to these energies of people who are harsh, and they're saying harsh is downplaying it a lot, but their behavior is unacceptable. They have very cruel behavior towards you. And so that positive energy won't come in as long as you've got all this cruelty that you're accepting and allowing. Because as you accept and allow cruel behavior, you set a tone, and the universe responds to that, saying, oh, they take this, here's more of this. She keeps saying yes to this, he keeps saying yes to this, and then here's more of this. And what is this? It's cruelty. And so you're experiencing it at different aspects of your life. And so you want that to change. You want new energy. You want kind energy. You want loving energy. You want caring energy. And so it's like you got to remove this from your experience and show the universe that you're ready, that you have space in your life and your heart and your mind for those energies that you want. So we're going to go ahead and pull a spread for you from the tarot now. I'm using the gold foil tarot. I really love the pattern on these cards. I love filigree, so I love the cards on the back and the front. Okay, here we go. 10 of Pentacles. This is a family situation. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. This is having it all. Family, generational. Okay, long term. 3 generations. It takes 3 generations to break or shift a karmic pattern in life. 3 generations can break it. Somebody's got to start it, somebody reinforces it, and the third one solidifies the new energy. Okay, so even whether you're the first, the second, or the third generation to address this situation, it's got to be solidified. So you got to play your role. Whether you're first, second, or third in line in this, you've got to play your role for things to improve. Okay, this is about having it all. So you've been shown a vision of how to have it all. I'm hearing you've been shown a vision of how to have it all. I'm also hearing connectivity between different ones. So there's a situation involving the connection between different ones. And also the 10 of Pentacles is spoken again, saying contract complete. This is about completing a soul contract. You do have soul agreements and you do have soul contracts to complete certain experiences with certain individuals. And they're saying, yeah, this contract is complete. Okay, let's see. 3 of Cups. You are generally a happy person. You come with kindness. You come with good intentions. You come with joy to the connections. This is about you starting to connect with others who are of like energy towards you, ones who also come with positivity, pure intentions, and joy in mind. The people who are not coming to combat, people who are coming to be favorable for themselves and for those who they interact with, instead of coming to bring stress and trauma and difficulties. Okay. I see 3 women. So some of you, where it applies to generational karma stuff, there's 3 women involved here: mother, daughter, grandmother. Let me see. In the emotional body, we have the Knight of Cups. Spirit is guiding you through your emotions, which is telling me, can you trust in the feeling? So what they're showing me is, a feeling of, oh my God, I love being around you, has recently shifted. Now I feel like I don't need to be here. Somebody here, being where you've been at doesn't feel right. And there's a feeling that you need to be somewhere else. Okay. This is also somewhere where you need to forgive yourself for some things that have happened in the family. I see somebody who wants to come back around. This is a family member. They would like to, this is somebody you feel love for them, but you feel like you would like to reconnect with somebody from your family. Why? Because 5 of Pentacles. There's been separation. There's been loneliness. As much as you would like to connect with them, you can see toxicity there, codependency and abandonment issues. So anywhere where you've disconnected from somebody who is detrimental to your well-being, but you're feeling like, well, maybe I should reconnect with them. I miss them. I wonder how they're doing. Okay, I'm hearing your own codependent and abandonment issues coming up from your synaptic patternings, because that's in the headspace there. So it's saying you have synaptic patternings. And what is that? That is where the brain shoots off certain cues that say, hey, do this. This is what we've always done. And so as you're trying to change with the contract complete energy, change your behavior, change your actions, that old brain pattern is triggered and it feels uncomfortable. Spirit says, the lovers, you have choice in this. You have choice in this. If the behavior is cruel, if it's not healthy, if it feels like it's causing so much strain, you can retire from the situation for a moment or permanently. You have a choice in this. And Spirit says, as the contract is complete and you feel like you've been alone for a while, trust and believe Spirit has a new connection coming in for you, a higher level connection, one that's going to show you lover's energy, which is the angel that brings it together, which is an enlightenment. It's a positive learning experience that's coming in for you. So anywhere where you're making a decision here that you have to let go of something or someone because that contract is complete, there will be a new contract presented. There will be new opportunities coming in for you. Okay. The moon. Yeah, there's somebody here who is stuck in the past. Okay. Again, for somebody who is stuck in venerating an idol for your protection and stuff, you learn this from your family. You learn this from your family background. This is a past cycle that you've been set in for so long. Okay. Anywhere where this is about a person, a family member, or a family, an entire family situation from the past. Okay. This is something that I'm hearing, the bond. It's a trauma bond, an emotional trauma bond. The moon talks clearly about the past. Some of you, this person has a severe alcoholism problem or drug abuse problem. The moon also talks about that type of stuff. They hide a lot of what they do in the night. They hide what they do in the dark. They try to hide what they're doing. I'm for somebody I just heard specifically, they do it while you're asleep. They do it while you're asleep. So whatever that is. Okay. But this is a person in your experience who, you might like to get in contact with them. You don't know where they're at. You don't know what they're doing. It's being triggered by the synaptic pattern that is what you've always done. Right. And you're trying to do something different. But there's somebody here who is, they've got a lot of emotions that they need to deal with. I'm hearing repressed emotions that haven't been dealt with. Yeah. And you've gotten some guidance to establish some boundaries because the lessons from the past have been so profound, so deep. You've gotten them. The Two of Pentacles in the emotional body. You've noticed somebody has switched up their behavior towards you. You notice somebody behaves differently. Somebody who used to be so kind and loving and caring has now switched their behavior. I heard the first time you said no, they started acting differently. You wanted to stay friends with somebody, but you said, no, I can't help you financially this time. And they changed their energy. Somebody, this is a Pisces. Okay. Don't really like throwing out the zodiac signs, but I also see Gemini energy here. Let me see what else. They have the Seven of Swords. Yeah. See, there's some deception there. There's deception about the past. Okay. Let me see what else. And then the Three of Wands. So there's somebody here who's really hoping that they'll be received with open arms. Do you want to repeat this contract with this person? Do you want to stay locked into this contract with this individual, with this experience? Okay. Anywhere where you've been stuck because you have been tied to this venerating of this physical object. The deception is there, and the deception is that it's something outside of you that's creating the situation. It's not that. It's you that's creating the situation. You and your wholeness. But your wholeness has been split. This Two of Pentacles is showing me your wholeness has been split. And you've been giving part of the power away to that sacred object. And then when you don't offer that donation or that veneration, then you feel that you've been rejected, and things start going downward for you. I hear tumbling downward down a spiral staircase. That's what I heard. I heard it really knocks you around. Okay. Somebody here, this is about a family situation, but in this family situation, this person only shows you half of the cards, only shows you half of the situation. They're not telling you the whole business. They're really just hoping that you'll make a choice to come back together, to be there for them, or connect your finances again. But look, the Five of Pentacles is in the headspace, and the Ten of Pentacles is at the center of the situation. There's only half. They're only showing you half of the story. Somebody's only showing you half of the story here. You have a choice to make. Is that sufficient for you? Hmm. Let's see some more here. We have the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Sun, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, I see that. It will make you sad to go off and do your own thing and be independent, but at the end of the day, this is a healthier path for you. This is a wiser path for you. Yeah, because with the Eight of Cups and the physical over here, and the Ace of Wands and the emotion, this is about you setting yourself and your emotional well-being in first priority position. This is about you walking away from things that you used to get involved in, get in the middle of everybody else and their stress and their trauma and what the fuck they got going on. And Eight of Cups, Spirit showed me specifically meaning minding your own business. So in this situation, it's the minding your own business that can be very difficult. Yeah. This is saying, it feels fresh, it feels new, it feels different when you detach from it and you let it go. Let me see the other side here. Six of Cups, King of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So on the other side of the table, we have somebody who wants to be where they used to be. They know you had a lot of passion for them, a lot of love for them. You would put things into action. I heard they would just talk about what they didn't have. They would just communicate to you about what they didn't have. So there's somebody who's dry begging here. This person communicates about what they need, what they don't have, and then waits to see, will you show up with it? Yeah, there's somebody here who lets you know, well, I really need this, I really need that, I really need a car, I really need a phone, I really need a place to stay, and they're just waiting for you to say, oh yeah, come on over here, I'll take care of you. This is something that you've dealt with before. This is, and for some of you, this is 8 different people or 5 different people, but this ain't your first rodeo. This ain't the first time you heard this shit. You have heard this many times before. And so this is not new. This is not new. This is a previously experienced situation that is looking to repeat itself. And even when this person, I'm hearing, when this person tries to communicate to you, there's a nervous energy. When this situation communicates to you, there's a nervous energy there. Your spirit is, and your angel has tried to warn you that somebody from your past, maybe it's a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, they love the way they can get into your heart and manipulate your heart, but the things that they're telling you are only half truths, and they're sitting there waiting for you to do something for them. Your soul is showing you this. What you have, this could be a situation with a Virgo. You have your soul guiding. Okay, what you want is, you want a healing, you want to be protected, you want to feel safe. Okay, what you're doing is, honey, justice is on the table, but you've got to press those charges. You got to stand up for your rights. You got to uh, I hear Bob Marley saying, stand up, get up. Okay, uh, with the Queen of Cups in the challenge, you want to be loving, you want to be kind, you want to be nurturing. Page of Cups, this is somebody who knows that, and they like to play off of your emotions. Yeah. Guidance for you, Ten of Cups, you have to choose your path of happiness. Will you, which decision would you regret if you didn't make it? Because some of you, I'm going to be quite honest with you, what I see is some of you are going to really not want to hear what the fuck I'm saying, and you're saying, well, I won't never know if I tried. Well, go for it, because you know what, there's always an autocorrect. It could be a difficult path that you choose, but if you can't move on in life knowing that you didn't give it a chance, then you're going to have to, probably give it a chance Four of Cups, at the end of the day, even if you decide you're going to give it a chance, you're going to end up walking away from it anyways. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah. Yeah. You have a decision to make, and you want to do the right thing. Ah, is that why? Because you want to do the right thing. You don't want to feel like, well, God's going to be mad at me if I don't help them again. God's going to get mad at me if I don't. Okay. Uh, and yeah. And so here's the thing. If you are mad at you, God's mad at you. If you're not mad at you, God is on your side no matter which way you go with this. That's the thing. Universe is not going. So everybody's worried about judgment and what the divine judges, but when you're doing stuff and you don't feel good about it, that's the judgment right there. So you're trying to do the right thing, but you're also trying to cut through negativity in life. And there's somebody here who plays on your emotions. Queen of Wands coming out, showing me this King of Wands down here. Somebody here who plays in your emotions. They try to manipulate your emotions. This person's, some of you, they're trying to use a connection with somebody who died to try to get you to do some things they want you to do. And so here you are afraid. Somebody said, well, if mom in heaven could see what you're doing, that you won't help me, she'd be so mad at you. Oh boy, Three of Pentacles. um you know you get caught up in your fears. Okay, you're getting caught up in your fears about this situation because somebody here is projecting some things into your emotional body, and you're accepting it. You're so afraid of what happens if you don't work with this person. So some of you, again, like I said, you'll work with this, but then you will realize, like, oh, I just can't no more. Yeah. You have self-development, and what you want is to know clearly what to do. Again, you want to do the right thing. You do have the resources, you do have the availability, you do have everything that you need to take care of this. The challenge is there, the ego. The ego. What part of you is wanting to be the rescuer? You are not their hero, and you are not the God in their life. There, the hero comes along. The hero lives inside of you. Hero from Mariah Carey. Hello. Yeah, somebody here is, they actually have received every opportunity that they should get. It's time for you to sit in the Empress energy, valuing your worth, because somebody here did not, you know what I'm saying? They didn't take the lessons yet. And take that heartbreak now rather than the heartbreak later, after you done thrown your money and your time and your resources after this situation that you're just going to want to walk away from anyways. Yes, this is the heartbreaking truth, is that, listen, you've done all you could, and somebody has squandered the opportunity. Somebody squandered the opportunity, and they are, I'm hearing, locked out of heaven with that Wheel of Fortune card. There's a seal on that. Again, contract is complete. Do you want to start this contract all over again? Page of Pentacles. You have a child, you have a young person involved in this situation. You want something to change. You want God to intervene for this child. Okay, so what are you doing right now? Actually, you're just continuing to level up. You're keeping yourself separate from the situation. There's not too much you can do on the physical realm. Okay. You feel like this person is hiding stuff, and you feel like intuitively you got the feeling that if you could just hold that positive energy over the situation, things will change. Yeah, you're going to get some communication. You're going to get some communication. And with that communication, you're going to know exactly what to do. Okay. You could be getting some communication from a lawyer, legal situation that's going to bring that child home, that's going to set you free in this situation. And it's because the way you handled this time, thank you, you handled it from the spiritual place, not from the physical place. And that's the big difference. That's the big difference between this time and last time. Last time you try to handle everything from the physical realm. Yeah. You're single, you're independent, you have plenty to spare and to share. You just want some peace surrounding some things in your family, surrounding some things with these spirit connections, surrounding this spiritual connection to the thing, the entities that you've attached yourself to. Okay. And so you're walking away. So this is specifically the person who was dealing with this venerated object where you were busy. So you found that, like, listen, trying to put a donation and offering a tribute to this sacred object every day has become quite a bit. I've created a whole mess. I heard a wormhole of a mess for myself. You're tired of it. You don't want to do it anymore. And the part of it is that you feel that when you haven't done it, it was creating some difficulties in your life. You want to be free from that. You want to be free from tying yourself to entities that don't have to, negative entities, harmful energies, evil entities that don't have to exist in your life, from trickster gods, from trickster entities that were created because you started worshiping them. You want to walk away from it. You're tired. And so it's difficult for you to not follow the same routine that you've been built since you were a little kid. And you got to figure I heard it must be destroyed by fire. It must be destroyed by fire as one thing. So that's interesting. There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about these types of things needing to be destroyed by fire. But what I saw for you is anywhere where you're giving your power away to it, you need to write something down. You need to burn something up so that your conscious mind can see that you're taking action to free yourself from that. Yeah, you're ready for some new opportunities. You're ready for some new ways of doing things. And they're saying, yeah, go for that. Okay, judgment. This is going to equal your freedom. You're not going to be tied to the freaking statue no more. You're not going to be tied to, this worship of an idol that you give more power to in your life anymore. I see that. Yeah. What else? Eight of Pentacles. This is the karmic cycle. This is a routine. This is the routine that you've developed. Okay, you have a routine. You want to stay focused on this new routine. Okay. And you, hidden blessing is if you stay focused on this new routine, the growth is going to happen. You're going to see a new world. The challenge is to stay in faith, okay, and continue to emotionally nurture this new routine. Because as you do, hold your focus, continue to stay in faith and nurture this new routine, and continue to repeat this positive cycle, that positive behavior, positive influence that you're creating in your life. It draws others' energies in. That energy is communicating with other people. Yeah. You need to let that be the final answer. Final answer. That's your final answer. I'm attracting, I'm not chasing. I am attracting, I'm not chasing. That's the final answer. Four of Wands. And from this place, you're going to be welcoming in co-creative, beautiful experiences here. I see that very clearly. Let's see what else. Ace of Cups. You and your self-love and your self-respect at the center of all things. Okay, you're not worried about what it's showing you physically, because you can understand the communication of your heart, and you know that you're overcoming challenges and difficulties with the Chariot. And your spirit has shown you that you're going to have to let go of some sort of burden, some sort of stress, some sort of worry in order to move forward successfully in the way that you choose. Your Capricorn energy with the Devil here. There's something here that's trying to entice you, distract you. Yeah, it's an emotional manipulation with the Magician there. Seven of Wands. They don't let up. They don't ease up. You may or may not know who this is. Why? Because you got something they want. Nine of Cups. You've got something they want. Interesting. But the cool part about it is what they don't know is they're actually working for your own empowerment. They're actually working for your own benefit, because what they present to you is self-reliance, emotional self-reliance. They keep trying to distract you and tempt you and emotionally manipulate you. What they're actually doing is giving you the perfect gym to learn to rely on your self-love, on your connection, that all God is creating all things in your life through you, that you don't require them for approval or for success. Yes, this is about sharing. This is about sharing your resources, your time, and your energy. Yeah, you feel like you've waited enough. You feel like you've waited long enough. You feel like you've invested so much. Now your emotions are starting to shift. Where the love switch was on, the love switch is turning off. And you're finding peace with that. You're finding peace with, listen, I've waited long enough. They're not doing what they need to do. Okay. Nine of Wands, the situation has become overbearing. And now I got to show them a strong arm. The situation has become overbearing. Now I got to show them a strong arm. Like, why are we doing this? Okay. Yeah, 10 of Wands. It's like time is up for this person. TikTok, TikTok. I heard somebody's on TikTok too fucking much. Oh, that's what I heard. Okay, Seven of Cups. Yeah, because this person is elusive, emotionally elusive anyways. They tell you something about how they feel, and that just doesn't seem to be real. Okay, the Strength card. This person is a very dominant, controlling energy. They try to control what you move, how you move, what you do, and they try to take advantage of your kind heart. They try to take advantage of your loving energy. Yeah. Two of Cups, because they know that you love them. Our final card, pulling the whole deck, is the Death card. Boom, and there it is. Final card out of all the tarot cards from this deck is the death card. Honey, this situation is expired. It's like rotten milk, rotten beef, rotten chicken in your fridge. It stinks like shit. And it's time to let go of it. Wow. I don't feel like I want to stop pulling cards yet. So I'm going to pull out the uh, T Oracle cards. What's the T? Let's get some more cards. What's the T? Yeah, I don't feel like I'm finished. I feel like we've got more to tell. So let me see. We're going to put some shuffles on this deck. Wow, all the cards. And the final one is the death card. Of course it is. Because in all of this, so whether it was you were, listening to your angel, and your angel said, you need to put up these boundaries because if you don't, that situation's going to get really bad. Okay. And then you weren't listening. Yep. You're about to listen. If this was, you've been venerating a sacred object, giving it tributes and donations and all that shit, giving it all kinds of your power, that's about to come to a screeching halt. Anywhere where this was about a person, a family situation, karmic family energies, and they keep coming to you for more and more and more. Access denied. That shit is coming out in limitation. It's limited. It's over. Whatever this situation was, it was difficult for you. It's over. Yeah. And some of you, oh, thank you. I heard for so many of you, it's all freaking three. Somebody didn't even realize that what they were doing, where they were feeling something, was the veneration of a sacred object that was taking your power away from you and giving your power to it. We talked about a statue, but for somebody, is this about your crystal collection? Is this about your lucky socks, your lucky rabbit's foot or something like that? You know what I'm saying? There's something here about venerating something and giving it power as though it was the power in your experience. That shit is over, done, no longer happening. Let's see what's the T in this experience. What else can you reveal for us? Where it lays is where it speaks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The impersonator stayed in my hand. You know this, that they want to be you. They act like you, dress like you, look like you, copy. Somebody's trying to look like you. Somebody wants to be you. Somebody wants to be in your energy. They want to have access to what you have. I'm putting that back in the deck because it didn't fall out. It stayed in my hand. What else? Okay, this one fell out. All the way to the floor it fell out. Give me 1 second. And it's the girl fight, arguments, physical fight, at war, competing. Because it fell on the floor, they said put it back in the deck. And why? Because it's like you're not. Somebody wants to compete with you because they want to be you. They want to be you. And the thing of it is, it's like you're not going to fight with them no more. You're not. Let them do what they're going to do. You're just removing yourself from the situation. Dust it off. Yes, you're dusting it off, baby. You're dusting it off, cleaning things up. I heard when the dust settles, then you go clean the dust off, right? So maybe you're already on the outside of this, okay? The spiritual hater came and showed itself, but it stayed in the hand and put it back. This person hates on your spiritual gifts. They hate that they're protected, that you're protected. They hate your spiritual position. They would love to be able to have it, but they can't because you got it because of what you did. And they're freaking haunted. They're haunted by the memories of the past, okay? You have learned about this ugly past. You've learned so much from this ugly past, and somebody is haunted for what they have done. Fishing for comments. I'm telling you, somebody here is trying to get you to do something, say something, because they are what came out. They were dry begging. They're looking to tell you, hey, I need this, I need that. Hey, what can you do? No, they don't even throw the what can you do. Romantic love affair, sex fix, secret lover. Somebody here, this is about a secret lover. I heard you do know about it. It's heartbreaking as fuck. You know you don't want no third party situation. And now they kissing ass, inside scoop, because a closer look, nosy, up in your business. Yes, somebody here is looking to kiss ass because they done fucked up. And you knew about it, or you do know about it. Creeping. They've been creeping. Who been creeping? Okay. You know about it. They're going to be kissing your ass now. They want back. This is a karmic person. Okay. Karmic people. Yeah. And this doesn't have to be about romance. You know what I'm saying? This would be about family members. This would be about, and there's the girl fight card coming out again. Again, like I said, somebody's competing with you. You've got gifts, skills, abilities, resources, whatever it is, confidence, connections, and the ego card flipped over but did not come out. It stayed inside. Don't let your ego get in the way now. are on the table. We're going to keep it. Don't let your ego get in the way of doing what is best for you, because some people will hold on to a situation because, oh, the fuck, you think you're gonna leave me? You can't leave me. You think you're better off without me? You're never better off. Don't let your ego get you caught up. Yeah. Love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, nostalgic. This is somebody who knows that by closer connection to you, their life is benefited. Why are they saying can't benefited? Yeah, cock blocking. Don't allow the ego. Don't allow somebody just wants to be with you because it makes them look so fucking good. The jackpot is here. Winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. This is what's on the table for you. You've been working hard for that. That's that on the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been working hard for your jackpot, honey. Somebody from the past wants to come up. And something from the past. We have dirt. It didn't come out. I say put it back in the deck. Okay. Yeah, somebody's trying to dig up some dirt with you. They can't find it. And that shit is, they're getting tired. It's played out. It didn't come out of the deck. It flipped over. Okay. And again, photo proof, getting evidence. They couldn't find any. They couldn't find no photo proof about it. And, this shit is getting played out. Reflecting, okay, reflecting, not coming out of the deck. So there's some ideas in your head where you're reflecting, but you're not telling nobody about what you're seeing. Okay, this one comes out. What do we have? The forcer forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. I told you we have an emotional manipulator. This is a karmic connection. Spirit is saying block that shit. Spirit is saying block that shit. Wisdom says block that shit. Don't let your ego get caught up. Maybe they're a really good looking person, or maybe they have a lot of friends, or they're the popular one, or whatever it is. It's not, the trade-off is not worth it, baby. Whatever you think you're getting, the trade-off is not worth it. Ignoring here. Don't ignore your intuition. Okay, it fell on the table. We'll keep it. Don't ignore your intuition that is showing you that this person is a karmic energy in your life, and they're trying to force their way in, and they're trying to force the situation. Okay. And we have giving money here. Did not come out. It flipped itself over. We're going to keep it in the deck. Giving money. So maybe, like I said, they could be coming around. Oh, I'm having such a hard time getting a car. Somebody's going to try to get you to co-sign. I just heard that. Okay. Hustling. Yeah. Making it rain. Focused on money and getting it. Too busy winning. Yeah. Too busy. You're too busy winning. Somebody is really jealous because things are going good for you, and they want to take some of that good for you stuff for themselves. Stalker. They're watching, they're stalking, they're obsessed. Yeah, no, they're wondering, if I kiss their ass, will things change? Will it get better? Will they accept me again? Always parting. Fell on the floor. We're gonna put it back in the deck. Okay. I told you somebody has alcoholism or substance abuse issues. I saw that already. Yeah, you need to trust your intuition. Anywhere where you've been confused about trusting your intuition. Yeah, somebody, you know, marrying for money. Somebody got married for money. Somebody's going to catch a case. Okay. Um, and here's the thing. You could have been worried about trusting your intuition because you had to work through understanding what it's really showing you. And when it was highlighting something, it was saying anything, don't focus on this. This is negative for you. You didn't understand what those feelings are saying. You got a lot better idea now. Anywhere where you were giving up your power to some sacred object, they said, air quote that shit, sacred object, like you're realizing that you created a lot of shit for yourself that you didn't have to. Anywhere where family members or people that you closed out contracts with is trying to come back in, they're trying to emotionally manipulate. Oh, trust and believe. They've been studying on what can they say to get back in your good graces. You've been forewarned. You don't need to fall for the bullshit. Let's get you we're going to close out your reading. Keep calm and trust God card. So let's see what message is coming out. What is our final message for this session, for this reading, for this experience? Give them exactly what they need. Most valuable guidance, thing to keep in their minds. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there it is. It says, the Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. Psalms 9:9, the number 99. I'm hearing 99%. You're 99% done with this. Don't get back into it. You're 99% done with this. What else? It says, Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. A quote from John Quincy Adams. So, this is what I have for you today. I'm so thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Thank you for the growth on the channel. Thank you for your love, donations, and choosing me for your personal consultations. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course, me and mine. Until next time, 감사합니다. Gracias. And that's all, folks. And I'm out. Mwah.